Remember Donna Marietta with a basket of clothes on top of her head she just washed in the river and beat on the rocks? Donna Marietta who saved my life by cleaning my house and cooking food for me. I thought she was dead 20 years ago, but here she is. She has cataracts, but she could look at me sideways from behind the cataracts and she'd explain, "My God, it is Big Bill, come back home." We had lots of fun talking, and I gave her lots of presents. Here's Michel with the sons of my old friends. The boys are all lawyers and they loved Michel. They thought he looked like Santos Dumont, the famous French-Brazilian aviator who invented the airplane. Forget the Wright brothers. According to the Brazilians, they are an American conceit. Here's the chapel out in the bush where Moody and Nadine were married. Now there's a paved road out to the ranch and electricity. Here's the cowboy who lives there now showing off his satellite dish. He was proud he could get 400 stations. Inside the little tile-roofed cowboy's ranch house, there was a TV in every room with a freezer and a refrigerator and an entertainment center. In the old days, there would have been an old blind Repentista singer-poet with a guitar made from a board and one wire string, singing the news out in the yard. Here's Michel with a hoe ready for work, but they didn't need him that day. Finally, a real-life Repentista singer-poet, Sebastián Diaz. But he is now turned into a country western singing star like Johnny Cash or Marty Robbins. He has rooms full of trophies and awards and is running for state senator. He used to sing on the village radio station when I was there 40 years ago. For 2 hours a day, the radio station broadcasted powered by a generator, and local folks listened on their battery-powered radios to get the Repentista news. Sebastián said that all the local Repentista singers were down in São Paulo playing for the tourists. Here we are out at Sebastián's ranch celebrating the festival of São João. Sebastián sang lots of Repentista songs, pulling the rhymes and words out of the air to everyone's wonder and excitement. Moody cried because many of the Repentista poet songs that Sebastián sang were of the old days when Moody was with Nadinha, and the songs were hard-edged too, and told of when Moody and Nadinha broke up, and how Nadinha never took another man and mourned away alone in the big old mansion for Indian Brazilian man Moody. Here's Sebastián and his wife and their daughter Anna. I am the São João padrino to Anna now. What this means, I don't know, but I bet Anna will come to America to visit my wife and me someday and learn some English. Moody knew of a Brazilian Indian reservation on the coast near the ocean where they had Repentista singers. So we drove out there and arrived at night in the rain and thought we might have to sleep in the car. But Moody asked a local Indian guy, and he took us to a small hotel, and the little hotel turned out to be run by a Brazilian-French team of owners. And Michel immediately started speaking French. And a French family arrived with their dog named Geronimo, and bottles of wine came out and it was very jolly. Here's the next day, and Michel is eating French-Brazilian food, delicious food, using mandioca, like tapioca, to make the tortillas and the flatbreads, and to thicken the sauces, to complement the fresh-caught fish, fruits, and vegetables picked from the hotel garden. Very gourmet. Here's the sea and beach in front of the little hotel, rough with a storm surf and rumors of sharks. Here's Michel stripped down to his skivvies, helping the locals pull in the boat. Well, it could have been Michel a few decades ago when he was buff and in the French submariners. When we arrive at the Indian reservation, we find that they have electricity there and TVs in their little houses. We found out that the Indian Repentistas singers have all gone down to Sao Paulo to play for the tourists. Here's Muri with the Indian chief lady establishing his bona fides. He is telling her about his tribe and she is welcoming him and us to the reservation. Here are the Indian ladies preparing the mandioca root that they leach in water to prepare the tapioca flour to make the flatbreads and tortillas. These Indian children loved Michel, and they didn't even know who Santos Dumont, the famous French-Brazilian aviation pioneer, was. And they didn't care that Michel looked like him. Back in Olinda, ready to sleep and wake early for the airplane to Winston-Salem, we discovered an all-night party out in the street in front of our hotel, and we couldn't sleep all night long.
Pacuia numa gruta, o camponho se alegra quando escuta a pancada da chuva na biqueira. A espuma que sai da cachoeira só parece uma pasta de algodão. O remanso da água faz galão, que a piaba desliza e rodopia. O Nordeste se enche de alegria na chegada da chuva no sertão. Quando chove na entrada de janeiro.